Alright, what's up guys, it is KHGamerz here and I'm bringing you with a little discussion video for you guys today. So there was a news video that I made like a couple weeks ago, and it was talking about a Taizo interview with RPG site where he talked about like a Dream Drop Distance re-release, 2.5 on Vita, and new worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3, you know, all that stuff. And I agree with a lot of people on that video. Yes, that video was bad. First off, I repeat myself way more than I usually do in that video. I mean, it was bad. So that video was much longer than it needed to be. I mean, it should have been like 9 or 8 minutes, you know. That video could have been much shorter. And I saw a lot of people in the comment section of that video saying that they were turned off that I said the same thing over and over and over again, and I do not blame you. I have a problem with that. But I am now finding new techniques and new ways to help stop repeating myself over and over and over again in these videos, and I think they're working, so that's definitely getting better. That repeating problem is definitely getting better. And I did a very crap job of explaining my opinions on a Dream Drop Distance re-release in that video. I did not even mention the part about the downloadable title, which he mentioned in that interview. I did not even mention that part, which that was a very important part of the thing. I did not even know why I did not mention that part. And I just made myself sound like I am completely against an HD re-release of Dream Drop Distance, which I am not. But I'm just making this video to properly explain my opinions on a Dream Drop Distance re-release, because that video did a crap job of doing it, you know, and I just want to share my opinions on a Dream Drop Distance HD re-release in a video, you know. I think I made a couple of videos like this before. I think I made one for like a PS3, why it was not in 2.5, and being included with Kingdom Hearts 3, you know, but this is just general opinion on an HD re-release of Dream Drop Distance. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, what Taizo said in this interview from RPG site that he did like 2 weeks ago, he said that Dream Drop Distance was not included in 2.5 because the game was released very recently, like 2 years ago, and thus only Birth by Sleep or Recoded were considered for inclusion. There are no plans for an HD re-release of Dream Drop Distance, and they haven't decided anything yet, but it's on the table and might perhaps be considered for something like a downloadable title. So I kind of agree and disagree with him here about what he says when they talk about why they're not included in 2.5. And the reason I agree with him is it was just released 2 years ago. It's a very recent game, so I don't really feel it's necessary right now for an HD version of Dream Drop Distance just 2 years after the game is released. That's not a long time for an HD version of a game to be released. You know what I hate that companies are doing nowadays? They're releasing their last-gen games that they released like last year, and they're putting it on next-gen. They're calling it the Ultimate Edition, Definitive Edition, Extreme Edition, all that good stuff, and they just want to get more money out of you, you know? So I just hate that companies are doing that. It's not necessary for a HD version of the game a year after the game is released. I think it just should have just stayed where it was and not get a next-gen version, but hey, they're doing it. They just want to get more money out of you. So I just hate that companies are doing that, and I think it would be kind of similar to that if they had an HD version of Dream Drop Distance. Now, why I kind of disagree with that is, if their entire goal with these HD remixes is to try to summarize the story of Kingdom Hearts before people get into Kingdom Hearts 3 to get people prepared for it, then you absolutely need Dream Drop Distance in there, because that game's absolutely necessary for understanding the story of Kingdom Hearts 3. Basically acts as a prologue to it in ways, you know? So I wish they would have put that in 2.5 if that was their goal, to help get people prepared for the story of Kingdom Hearts 3, because that is an absolute necessary part of it. You need that in order to understand the story of Kingdom Hearts 3. So I wish they would have put that in there if that was their goal with the entire thing. But he also says in here that it may be considered for something like a downloadable title later on down the line, you know? And that's kind of what I'm thinking as well, you know, nothing major. I don't think a HD re-release of Dream Drop Distance should be like anything major, you know? But a downloadable title I'll be fine with, you know? But it looks like this game's not going to be released anytime soon because they have no plans to do it right now. And it kind of seems like they're against it as of this moment. Maybe they'll change minds, I don't know. But right now, they seem kind of against it. So if you were expecting the game to be released soon, just don't. But I do think an HD re-release of Dream Drop Distance would actually be really cool, you know? I may sound like in this video like I'm completely against it, you know? But I do think an HD re-release of Dream Drop Distance would actually be cool. I think the game would fit perfect on the Wii U because on the 3DS there's 2 screens, one just a regular screen and one just a touchpad, and that's pretty much the exact same thing with the Wii U. One's the TV and one is the touchpad on the controller. So I think it would be a perfect fit for the Wii U. It would also be cool on the PS4 as well because it has the touchpad on there, and they could just throw up the commands on screen and you just do that on your touchpad. But I just think it would be a better fit for the Wii U because it can emulate the game better since it has kind of 2 screens, you know? It would just be a perfect fit for the Wii U. So Square Enix, if you want to release an HD re-release of Dream Drop Distance, put it on the Wii U. That would be amazing. but it seems like they're putting more focus into PS4 than Wii U right now. I've not seen many games coming out for the Wii U from Square Enix or any at all. So I think it would just more likely be released on the PS4 since they're putting a lot more focus into that right now. But I think it would still fit on the PS4 as well, but it would just be better on the Wii U, you know. But there's one other thing I want to talk about regarding a Dream Drop Distance re-release. So if you don't know, they're getting rid of a lot of features in 2.5, like Mirage Arena multiplayer. They're not going to do that. It's just going to be single player. I think Recoded was supposed to be a full game at a point. I think they got rid of that. And I forget the other thing they mentioned, just to put more focus into Kingdom Hearts 3. That is why they got rid of that stuff. So, they want to get this game out as fast as possible, and they want to make it the best game it could possibly be. So, they had to get rid of some features in 2.5 to do that. And I do not want anything to distract them from working on Kingdom Hearts 3 after 2.5, because that seems like their goal with this thing, just to put all of their efforts into Kingdom Hearts 3 after 2.5. And of course, the Dream Drop Distance re-release would distract them from doing that, and I don't want anything to distract them from doing that. So, the Osaka team was working on the game. I don't want them to work on a Dream Drop Distance re-release. I want some other team to make it, you know, not them, so they can just work on Kingdom Hearts 3 as much as they can, and don't have to worry about that kind of stuff, and just let some other team do it. Now, in summary, I would like a Dream Drop Distance re-release. I think it would be really cool, but not right now, not 2 years after the game is released. It is way too early for a Dream Drop Distance re-release right now at this moment. But if they just wait a little bit, like 4 or 5 years after Dream Drop Distance is released, and just make it a downloadable title, you know, nothing major, that would be fine with me, you know. But I don't want the Osaka team to work on it. I want some other team to work on it. I just want them to focus on Kingdom Hearts 3 right now, nothing else, and that would distract them from doing it. So I want another team to work on this game. So yeah, it's basically all I want to talk about with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that like button if you did. Hopefully I did a better job explaining my opinion on a Dream Drop Distance re-release than I did in that news video, because I think I did a crap job explaining it there. So hopefully I conveyed my opinion better in this video, and I just wanted to make this video just sharing my opinions on the Dream Drop Distance re-release, you know. So make sure to write down in the comments below your opinion on Dream Drop Distance re-release. Do you think they should do it, or do you think they should not? Make sure to write down in the comments below your opinion. Also make sure to write down in the comments below some discussing topics you want me to talk about, and I may future topic in the next video. I may future channel in that video as well. So make sure to go do that. Make sure to subscribe to become a key bodybuilder. My goal is to hit 2,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me reach the goal, make sure to subscribe. This has been KH Central, your #1 place for everything Game Arts, Final Fantasy related, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.